Okay, so this is the opening part of the video where I talk about the Powerpuff Girls and how it was a big hit for Cartoon Network back in the 90s, something Chris Savino, Hey, remember when they almost made a live-action series for the CW? I'm not smoking, that nearly happened. So back in August of 2020, it was reported that a live-action Powerpuff Girls reboot series was in development for the CW of all networks. And from the very beginning, nobody was on board with it for two reasons. One, series creator Craig McCracken was not involved with the project like what happened with the 2016 reboot. Two, the premise sounded awkward. And three, not a single person asked for it. As usual. Then some stuff like set images and the entire script leaked, which looked really bad. Bloss, wake up, or else we'll leak your nuts everywhere. So bad, in fact, that the CW ordered an entire redo of the pilot until the project finally died in 2023, which might be the only thing I'll ever give credit to David Zaslav for. And just like that, everyone forgot about it and moved on, never really knowing what could have been. Then the trailer leaked. Okay, I knew it was gonna be terrible from what I saw in the script, but my god, it was so much worse than I thought. Like, even as I'm recording this, I'm still processing what this even is. So I guess the best way to understand what went so disastrously wrong with this failed series is to look at the trailer scene by scene, starting now with the filter because I can't afford to be sued.
Once upon a time, Professor Drake Utonium created a family of his own. Powerpuff Girls.
Alright, so first thing you'll notice is that this is extremely cheap looking. Not only do the sets look like they were made on a hoagie, but these visual effects are terrible. Though then again, this is the CW we're talking about. The shows almost always look like they have a budget of a rundown car, so this isn't far off from their previous stuff. Secondly, Professor Utonium is played by Donald Faison. You know, the world-renowned inventor of the Fortnite default dance. Except here, he isn't called Professor Utonium, he's called Drake Utonium. Hey, during my Composition 2 class, if you're watching this, I just want to say you're coping way too hard. And thirdly, the only person they brought back for some reason was Tom Kenny as the narrator. I have nothing else to say about that other than wonder why the hell Tom agreed to this shit.
As their fame grew, so did the merch, endorsements, even a cartoon.
Okay, so what is the point of this? Why not just make it more faithful to the original series instead of it being, these were real superpowered girls that had merch and the cartoon show around them? Like, I guess it's good to know that it can be easier to separate this from the actual series, but still, why? Honestly, the episode Film Flam does a much better job at getting this point across than what this pilot was trying to do. You know, the episode where a director comes to Townsville and only uses the girls to steal money from people. For real, that is one of the most symbolic things the show has ever done. It may have not been intentional, but I like the idea of it being intentional, so I'm just gonna say it is.
Are those the Powerpuff Girls?
I couldn't find out who played these two, but apparently Mojo and Jojo are two different people instead of the funny green monkey, with Jojo being the son of Mojo, making Mojo and Jojo. Get it? I will say I feel so bad for this child actor. He probably had no idea what he got himself into, and his acting just says he's only here for the check.
They're all so cool. Especially Blossom.
So now we get the reveal of our main actors for the trio who are now grown adults, so god! Blossom is played by Chloe Bennett from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I don't know why she couldn't get Tony Stark to stop this from happening. Oh, wait a minute. Bubbles is played by Dove Cameron, so thanks a lot. Now whenever I hear the Liv and Maddie theme song, I'm gonna start thinking of this. And Buttercup is played by Yana Peralt, someone I don't think I've ever heard of until now. But I will give credit that from what I've seen of her, she is pretty talented. So I'm curious as to why she wasted on this.
I'm not wearing that dress anymore. It's gender normative and ass ugly.
You are crime-fighting girls who beat people up. What do you mean gender normative? Don't think I'm hating on it for being woke when it's not even close anyway.
One fateful day, the girls made a fatal error, costing Mojo his life.
Fatal error? Wouldn't it be good that Mojo died? It means Townsville has no villain constantly trying to kill everyone. Oh, but heroes don't kill. Yeah, Luigi says otherwise. No, the other one.
In the wake of disaster, Blossom ran away.
As well as her actor once she realized how garbage this all was. Or scheduling conflicts.
Buttercup became a real hero.
I mean, yeah, fighter fighters are obviously real heroes, but aren't the girls in this series real people who turned out to be heroes too? Buttercup pretty much went from being a hero to still a hero in a way, but this time she's a real hero. So what does that make the girls? Fake heroes?
And Bubbles? Well, she made it all the way to Hollywood Boulevard.
Hi, I'm Bubbles. Everybody wants to talk to fake Jesus.
If this is what every CW show is like, I swear to God, I'm never touching this network. Now 7 years have passed and the girls are returning to Townsville for some reason. Also, the now grown-up JoJo is played by Nicholas Podani. I don't know who that is, nor do I care. Okay, while so far this trailer is very bad, this is the point in which it completely plunges and the quality just enters a point of no return.
Powerpuff Girls reteaming. Hell no, I'm never caping for Townsville again.
Unrelated, but in my first viewing, I turned it off here. Just, my brain couldn't handle it. That line right there pretty much summarizes everything wrong with this pilot. I'm already sick of the taking the squeaky clean IP and turning it dark and edgy trope in Hollywood, but I can't imagine doing it worse than this with the Powerpuff Girls by making them these cynical, bratty adults who hate how they used to be crime fighters because it cost them a regular childhood. That's the point! They are crime fighters and little girls at the same time. That's what makes the concept of the show so intriguing. Whereas many other superheroes live separate identities, the girls live one, not only trying to balance out crime fighting and regularity, but everyone knows who they are. They go to school in the same clothes, for God's sake. Oh, well, the show made it look too easy. You clearly haven't watched it or the movie either because it portrays it as anything but.
Yeah, it was fun when we were just fighting baddies, but it changed. Not to mention that cartoon that completely whitewashed us.
You said you created a
Whoa, wait. Are you seriously indirectly portraying Craig McCracken as not only someone complacent and a part of the exploitation of three little girls by even creating the cartoon, but also as this racist who whitewashed a real person just to fit his vision? How low do you have to be to come up with this? Like, genuinely, why did you think doing that was a good idea? You took this man's show, his creation, mind you, and not only deformed it in every single way you can, but also spat right in his face for no fucking reason. And it feels far from a playful jab. It's more like they're saying, hey, fuck you, Craig. This is our property now. We're gonna make it dark and edgy all we want because the bosses told us to do it. I don't have a joke to say here because this is legit a disgusting thing to do.
You said you created us because you wanted to be a dad. Then why not just make 3 normal little girls?
That would have been weird.
Yep. Okay, they obviously never watched the show. It is a core element of the premise that the Powerpuff Girls themselves were made on accident. Utonium had the perfect ingredients, but Chemical X was added by mistake, thus giving them superpowers. It is literally spelled out for you in the intro.
These were the ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girl. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction. Chemical X.
And please, do not give me the it's a reboot excuse. Reboot or not, it just messes up the whole point of the series. But nah, let's make the accident intentional so Drake can exploit his 3 little girls for profit because we're so edgy, as well as paint Craig McCracken as a goddamn monster. Nothing else to add to his tangent other than fuck you. Fuck your fake edginess. Fuck your wannabe Marvel ass clips. Fuck your wannabe Riverdale. Just fuck you.
God, they're all possessed. This is exactly like the gathering of the Juggalos.
You've been.
Oh yeah, I'm down with the clown.
It's a fandom of some hip-hop group in case y'all are asking. How do you do, fellow? I think the point's already made.
I'm not a Powerpuff Girl anymore.
You're just a boring grown-up. Hang it up and start a book club.
Hey, did you know this was the exact point Craig McCracken made on why the reboot shouldn't even exist? Just putting that out there for no reason.
This is our chance to prove to everybody they were wrong about us.
You know what? I'm just gonna play this random clip from the original show just to compare its comedy to this one.
Hi.
Powerpuff Girls?
Hi. Hi.
Emergency!
Bye. Hi.
Get downtown!
Bye.
And the rest of the trailer is set to that one Dua Lipa song. For some reason, they show it might be the ending of the pilot, so even if it came out, what's the point in watching if we know how it'll end? Day saved, the girls like being heroes again, and there's also a love subplot between Blossom and JoJo introduced for reasons. Hooray!
He was never obsessed with me.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
And I bet he still is. But in like an angry, hate kind of way.
That's the best kind of
You know, I don't usually root for a show's cancellation because it's not in my moral nature to do so, but thank God this never saw the light of day. The comments about it being a college humor Saturday Night Live skit are correct because it is just that, but 100 times more unbearable and a direct middle finger to Craig McCracken for even daring to make a show. I think I've said enough. Let it rot in hell. And I can only hope that the actual revival is better, which is not a very far goal to reach. Until next time, I'm Miyachi. See you later, Tama friends.